I have a few things to say about the Badlion network because I've been concerned lately, and I know a lot of people have been concerned lately because I don't want us going in the path of what MCSG and other failed communities uh, have done themselves. Because a lot of PvP Minecraft communities have failed, they're falling down. Uh, one good example of one that is flourishing and that is continuing to grow is Kohi. Badline is continuing to grow, but I feel like regardless of the concept of the server, they're still messing things up on the way, and they're still making their image look bad, and they're making all their YouTubers look bad. It's like, why are you playing on the server? I have no idea. It just kind of pisses me off that sometimes they're focusing on things that don't need to be focused on. The Badline admins, that is. And I hope they don't take offense to any of what I'm saying. This is my honest feedback, and I'm only doing this to improve the server and not to just hate. Because recently, I've not been able to play Badline at all. Whether that's my fault or Badline itself's fault, I don't know. But basically what's been happening to me personally is I've not been able to play a Badline game or pot PvP without completely lagging everywhere. And it's past the point of ghosting. Like, I just can't do anything. And when I do something, I get these extremely laggy hits, and I feel bad for getting them. And I shouldn't feel bad for killing somebody in a Minecraft game. Like, it's insane. And it might be my ISP's problem, and I'm looking into that. But it also might be Badline's problem. And if it is Badline's problem, they need to fix it. Considering they just changed data centers, I should not be getting worse lag than I had before. It doesn't make sense why they would downgrade. A lot of people have been saying it's better and everything, but a majority of the people are like, wow, this is bad. Badline's laggy. They need to fix their shit. And they just need to improve their algorithm when it comes to coding Badline, and they need to be more prepared and not just throw it on us. It's something that happened before. This was not before they changed data centers, but Judgment Day. And I think that Judgment Day is not something that needs to happen because, one, they're hyping up these banned players, and they're getting these hackers famous for hacking. And then once they hack, they can easily admit to hacking whether they did it or not, and they get unbanned right away. Like, what's the point of banning them then? You're just letting your server become more and more toxic. And Badline's main server is UHC, obviously. That's what we all like here. That's why you guys are probably at my channel right now, is because you like my Badline UHC. Well, you guys like the Arena PvP too, my Road to the Top series. But mostly, you're here for Badline UHC. So, they shouldn't be taking their resources and putting it into a Skywars server that has, let me check right now, 3 active players on the open beta. Of course, this is 11 p.m. But I've seen it peak at like 60 players, and that's less than one Badline UHC fill. And while this is happening, while they're adding Skywars, there's people like me who are having lag issues. And then we have X-rays all on the loose. They had anti-X-ray being implemented, and everyone was excited about it. I was super excited. I was like, yes, finally, we don't have a bunch of cheaters roaming around. But they decided not to focus on their anti-X-ray, but instead to focus on a new Skywars server that they thought would be successful. But Skywars is meant for moderate PvPers. Badline is not a moderate PvP server. We are an aggressive PvP server. We all love to PvP, and we all take it very passionately that we PvP. And Skywars is just kind of like a piss poor version of that. Like, there's no reason that you should take your focus off your main server and go on and just make a new one that you think will give you more people and more access, but no one's playing on it at all. You have 300 fill. You had a 750 slot stress test that filled up entirely, and it was laggy. Why don't we put all our resources into improving the UHC servers and making sure they aren't laggy, and the arena PvP and making sure they aren't laggy? Like, what's the point of putting all your resources into another thing? A big thing that I've also wanted to address, that I'm sure other people have addressed at some point as well, but not publicly really, or not to the point that I'm doing right now, is a disguise feature for ranks that need it, or even a disguise feature for just like Lion rank, so that we don't get targeted off. We don't get targeted. People don't try hard on every single YouTuber, streamer, famous rank, even regular Lions that just don't want to be known as the regular IGN. You should have a disguise feature, and that's something that I admire about MCSG. And I was looking at a lot of features from other successful servers, and MCSG had that really good disguise feature, and it was a really good idea that they had that. And I think Badlion should implement that, because it'll cause like less Huawei and spam, Huawei spam in chat constantly, and just YouTuber spam in chat, so we can have this disguise feature, so that we don't get targeted in UHCs, we don't get targeted in pop PvP, so we can just play and have fun without having to worry about that stuff. And a good thing that Kohi implemented, which this isn't really like a rant, I'm not, is their elo system works much better than Badlion's. And how their elo system works is they match you up against somebody who is close to your elo in a range until there's no players in your range, and then you finally get to the lower elos. And this would make the experience of pop PvP much more fun for each. The better players would always fight better players. The worst players could fight worse players, but also rank up if they were beating the worst players. And then you can become like a moderate player or a good player. So it'll improve the pop PvP experience as a whole. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, and just in general, you guys should look into lag more. And I think that that's it. Also, I think you need an admin that is an active PvPer. This is something that I don't want to be an admin, but I'm just saying you need to add an admin that not only knows how to code, but also is in tune with the community and knows what's happening in the community, is a good PvPer, so kind of knows the mechanics and what you could do to improve it. But that's basically my rant on that. If any of the admins are watching it, I hope you guys weren't offended, but this is just what I want to change in Badlion. So thank you all for watching. I'll be playing on Badlion less and less now because of my lag, and I just won't be able to play it at all. It's not possible for me to play without having an unenjoyable experience and without just pissing off my viewers and myself, because my viewers will be like, why the hell is he lagging? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I just wish that there would be an easier way for me to stop lagging and for Badlion to just improve as a server. And this is my input right here. If it hasn't been made clear enough for my streams and everything else, I like Badlion. I just think they might need new administration, which they're adding. They are adding new administration. I do understand. And they're trying. They're definitely trying, but I think they're adding too much extra stuff, and they need to focus on what's successful already. So I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.